Welcome back to Restless Chipotle, where today we're making a biscuit and gravy pot pie you're gonna love. I'm keeping a cover over these onions because they are strong and they have been making my eyes water. I'm going to take the smoked sausage and I'm gonna dice that in not a tiny dice. It just sort of depends. It adds texture to the gravy, but it can add too much texture for some people. So kind of dice it up somewhat small. So if we take one slice and cut it into fourths or eighths, I'm gonna go ahead and dice all of this up and then I'll be back. I'm just gonna give the skillet a little spray. There's a lot of fat in the breakfast sausage, so it probably won't need a lot, but I wanna make sure that it doesn't stick at all. And turn the fire on and start heating up that pan. Next, I'm gonna add the breakfast sausage, and that's gonna get broken up as it cooks. And I'm gonna get that started cooking before I add my onion. I'm just gonna give it a little head start to get some fat in the pan before the onion goes in. Once the sausage starts cooking and the fat starts coming out of it, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onion. And I'm just gonna cook that, stirring until the sausage is all the way done and the onions are soft. When the onions are transparent and the sausage is cooked through, then we're going to add our diced smoked sausage and stir that in and just saute that long enough to warm it up. Next, we're just going to sprinkle the flour over the sausage in the pan and just stir that and cook it for 2 minutes. You just want to cook out all of that raw flour flavor. Turn my heat down a little bit. At the end of 2 minutes, you're going to go ahead and pour in the milk. Stir that in and scrape up the bottom. And we're just going to stir that and simmer it until it thickens up. Once your gravy is thickened, as much as you want, and it'll coat the back of the spoon. You can run your finger down the middle and it will burn you, ouch, but it will make a track down the spoon. Then you know it's ready and it's time to turn off. And we're just going to leave it sit on the stove while we put the biscuits together. So this is just another 3-ingredient biscuit recipe. And what we've got here is 2 cups of self-rising flour. And we're going to take our frozen butter and use the big side of the grater and just grate that right in. And this is 4 tablespoons. Once we have that all grated in there, we're just going to stir it up and add our buttermilk. And these are drop biscuits, so we want this to be kind of more like a batter than a biscuit. So I'm starting out with 3/4 a cup of buttermilk, but I'm going to add buttermilk as I need to make it the texture that I want. Apparently we're having a dry day today, so I'm going to add another cup, or another 1/4 cup, not a cup. And I do find that self-rising flour takes more liquid than other kinds of flour. And you want this to be stickier than if it was kind of a rolled biscuit. Put a little bit more in there, about a tablespoon. And there we go, that's what we want. It's just a little too soft and sticky to knead, but it's going to be perfect on top of our sausage gravy biscuit cobbler. Okay, our gravy is still hot because it's only been sitting there about 2 minutes. And I'm going to add the pepper. I'm suggesting a teaspoon, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, but you do how you like it. Less or more, whatever you like. You don't need salt in this because all of the sausage has plenty of salt in it. Then I'm just going to take little scoops and put it right on. Try not to flip it over like that. And when you put it right on the hot gravy, it's not going to get soggy on the bottom, which is always a good thing. Try to make these all the same size, whether you make them big or small. I like to kind of make them small and then just fill in Just enough to make sure everybody gets some. Push that. I'm making a mess, aren't I? That's new and different. There's our biscuits. I'm gonna put that in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes or until the biscuits are done. Everything is cooked, you're just waiting on the biscuits to bake. And I'll see you back here then. It got hot in here, y'all, with the oven on. Breakfast, brunch, dinner, any meal you want. This is delicious. It's hearty, it's filling, it's comforting. It's great any time of the year, and it's so easy. Takes about 30 minutes start to finish. If your biscuits don't brown enough, brush them with some butter and put them under the broiler for a few minutes. Keep an eye on them because they're gonna brown fast. But that'll take care of that problem. And y'all, look at this. Look how yummy that is. Biscuits, sausage gravy with 2 kinds of sausage. Nobody's gonna complain about that unless they're really picky and they don't like sausage. So the biscuits soak up flavor from the gravy, and it is just altogether so good. If you're gonna serve it for dinner, serve it with a salad and call it a day. This is delicious, and I know y'all are gonna love it. It's gonna feed a lot of people. There was like 10 biscuits on there. I would say it would easily feed 6 to 8 hearty eaters. And if it's with other things, 10. So I hope you'll try it, and I hope y'all will come back again next week. I'm gonna have something really good, really delicious, really quick and easy, and really southern. See you then. Love y'all. Bye-bye.